Hi, this is Ananda Suying, and this is this week's energetic oracle card reading for the week commencing the 18th of November 2024. So I've got 3 decks here, and the first deck I'll show you is the one where 3 cards came from, and this gives us the main idea, the main flavor of the energy for this week. And then I have 1 card from each of the 2 other decks, and will give us a further idea or a further layer of the messages which are here for us. Okay, so the first deck, and this is the 3 cards, are from the Angels of Atlantis Oracle deck by Stewart Pearce, and we have 1 from Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer. And the final deck, the final card, is from this deck, Adriana Ayales, and it's the Herbal Astrology. So I'll show you the cards as well, so you've got an idea of what they are. So the first card, and these first 3 are from the Angels of Atlantis deck. So the first card, I'm just trying to get less of a reflection, is Friendship, Uriel or Oriel. And there you have it, with these 2 young people on the beach looking out towards the sea. And that is a beautiful sphere, and this is rose quartz. The second card from this deck is Gabrielle, and it is Grace. And there's a beautiful swan there in flight, and it looks like a black pearl in a, to me now, I'm looking at it, it looks like a pearl on a shell, and that is lapis lazuli, that is the stone. The third one is Uriel, again Oriel or Uriel, and that is freedom, with a whirling dervish, and they would swirl, they would spin round, and it would take them into a trance-like state. It would transcend their normal, they would do that, I think, to transcend their normal thought process, their normal state of mind, their normal consciousness, into a more intuitive, perhaps a more connected, so connected consciousness. And again, it is rose quartz. So the one from Earth Magic, the 1 card from Earth Magic, interesting, Desert Vision Quest. It's a powerful card. And the final one is Nettle, and the keyword at the bottom is action, and some lovely crystals and a snake. Okay, and the planets, I think, are Mars and Pluto. Okay, so what does this all mean? So I'm going to try to keep this short, because the last few readings have gone on to like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Okay, so with friendship, now, this is suggesting that friendship, yeah, and you have this, it's a relationship, yeah, friendship is a relationship you may have with someone, and it takes two bodies, yeah, and here we have 2 bodies. However, I think this is also very much about our relationship with ourselves, and what's the state of the friendship with yourself? Are you being honest, as we would want our friends to be? Is it honest? Is it kind but truthful? So I feel that we're being, besides that, there may be a change in our friendships, yeah, as we are all shifting, changing, evolving. And when we do that, our friendships also start to change, our relationships start to change. And we have rose quartz, which is all about love, kindness, compassion. But it is a really powerful stone, And we might think, love, lovey-dovey and everything, and it's all very soft, but actually this is a very strong and powerful energy. Yeah, so we're being asked to check the levels of our friendships and the depth of our friendship with ourselves. Okay? Are we treating ourselves well? Are we feeding ourselves well? Are we exploring? Are we exploring our communication? Are we exploring through our creativity? What do you want from a friendship? And what is it you require of others at this time? What do they require of you? And what do you require of yourself? So this is all possibly coming up for us, okay? But we have Vision Quest. That's a really powerful card. And generally, this is what one would do in an isolated place. And we would connect with ourselves maybe over a few days. And it's a way of connecting to our souls to find out what's going on inside of us. It's to start the communication within. Yeah? And friendship depends on this communication as well. Yeah, if we're not being honest with our friends, or our friends are not being honest to us, it can cause a lot of sorrow, a lot of pain, a lot of breakups as well. Yeah, so it's one of the things which is quite important for any relationship. Okay? And to be truthful, we have to know what we are. And nettle is another card. I know I'm kind of jumping. But one of the things which it talks about is strength. And how nettle is very strengthening, but that we're being asked to be strong in the face of things perhaps that we might shy away from, and taking action when we need to. And I think the action which I'm picking up from just reading the accompanying literature for this particular card, strength in taking an old skin off, and that's the snake, removing an old skin which just it's not you anymore, so you have to kind of find out what you are, what you're about, where you want to go, what you want to do, but being really quite firm and quite strong about sloughing off that skin, changing that part of you, and being really honest. If things aren't working out in relationships, you have to kind of be quite honest with them as well. Perhaps some compromise might be needed, but not to the extent that you lose a part of yourself, yeah, figuratively speaking, or you find that you're compromising an area which is just really, really, really important, and you don't want to let it go. Okay, so that is what nettle is doing for us. It's giving us, helping us, giving us courage, clearing out all the, dealing with the inflammations as well, which is what nettle is really good for. It's a fantastic herb, but that it's time to get rid of some old skin and to move on. And here we have the energy of grace. And how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that swan in all its purity and its beauty and its sacredness. Gabrielle is to do with communication. Gabrielle is known as the angel who is the messenger. And the blue is very much to do with communication, creativity as well. Okay, and further up it goes into third eye, which is intuition, being able to see the dross from the gold. And so the angels are bringing in grace for us for what could be a tricky week for some of us. Yeah, this invitation to look at ourselves. What's the friendship mirroring to us? What are the relationships mirroring to us? What do we want to move on from? What we want to heal? What we want to resolve? But here we have this beautiful card, grace. ultimately freedom. What's in the mind? Yeah, the skin can be old rubbishy thought forms which just are really rubbish for you. And you know, which restrict you, and like a snake, you know, when you're growing and you need some space to burst. Yeah, you need some space to, more space to inhabit, and you gotta burst through that skin. So that's what action is required, okay? So it's being really, really mindful of what's going on in your psyche. And you're going to see that coming up possibly in your friendships, okay? Mirroring back to you what we're thinking, so that, and it's painful sometimes, but it's a huge gift because it will give us freedom. And I don't like to say higher states of being. It's because it's all here. Your state of being is all here. You don't have to rise. You don't have to go somewhere else. You just have to be, and you just have to do whatever you have to do if you need to get there, to be that vibration. And here, you know, the vision quest. Maybe you need some time to really investigate what's going on in your psyche, and by doing that and having the discipline, you will find that, and you will discover. And there we have it, freedom, the ability to explore. Wow, the ability to explore more of yourself and more of life. Yeah, explore more of where you might like to go, what you might like to investigate, what you might like to what you might like to be. What do you want to be now? Are you tired or sick and tired of playing the role that you've played all this time? Is it time to just split the skin and just move? Yeah. And you'll see next week we'll probably have an invitation to perhaps, you know, go on courses or change things, and maybe the changes are really, really subtle. Sometimes access to freedom or being free is just a switch in the brain, a switch in the mind, and a switch in the thoughts. Or just getting out of the house, a switch in the structure. But I think it's going to be a lot of mind, but also structure. So the two things, you know, the daily life, what you do in your daily life. Are you doing things which support you in all of these investigations? Are you, like I've been, just ridiculously distracting yourself by all sorts of things? A lot of drinking, a lot of recreational drugs, perhaps. And I know for some people it's very helpful to use that to go into an altered state. But it just depends what you're using it for. Yeah, whether it's a distraction, escapism, whether it's you're trying to escape from looking at something properly. Hence the action. Look at it straight in the face and work through it, deal with it. Freedom. Grace. Wonderful. So good luck. Good luck. And I'm sure all you have to do is ask for help, and you will receive it. It's just the way it is. Ask and you shall receive. So I hope that this nice short reading is helpful and useful for you for this week. Please give it a thumbs up if it's been helpful for you, giving you food for thought. And please subscribe. Invite your friends as well. That would be really good. We can get my work out there a little bit more. That would be really helpful. So thank you very much, and have an absolutely fantastic, awe-inspiring and insightful and freeing week. Bye for now. Namaste. Enjoy.